potassium 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 potassium.
There we go. You got your potassium there, Callan. So I don't know why that broke. But I do know what broke. Apparently, at some point, because the way I have TTS set up is that it comes out through its own audio source, like it's a unique audio source. But for some reason, VTS default or not VTS, OBS defaulted my audio source for the TTS back to default audio. So uh so obviously I could hear it, but it wasn't going to come through OBS like that. So that's scuffed as fuck. But yeah, for those of you who are new here, because I know I see a couple of new faces lurking and in chat. I promise you, I'm only this scuffed about 50% of the time. I'm not usually that bad. But I did have some issues recently with the drive that I actually kept a lot of my streaming stuff on acting squirrely, and the USB hub it was attached to just full on dying. And it's not normally worse. Don't lie to the people like that. Rude. But yeah, so anyway, the other 50% is gremlin. That's true. I do tend to be very gremlin. But I had my USB hub that I had a lot of my equipment attached to just die in the middle of stream last stream, which was not fun, and I had to replace it. Hello, Ensand, welcome in. Um, yes, sometimes it's worse. Usually I'm pretty good about that, though. I'm actually usually pretty good about keeping the scuff to a minimum. Am I always good at it? No, fuck no. But I try. And I think that's the important part. You are gremlin when you don't have to fix. That's true. When I can actually focus on stuff, I am usually pretty damn gremlin. Unless it's Kirby, in which case I am both gremlin and suck at the game. Because god damn it, post game Kirby is hard. But yeah, anyway, to continue to basically talk about what I was trying to talk about before I ended up being muted and TTS decided to fucking break itself. Um the I'm going to try to draw as many of the people that replied to my tweet as possible, which by the way, you know, if anybody's in chat and hasn't responded to that and wants a chance to be drawn, definitely feel free to do so, because I will be checking on it throughout stream. But this person in particular is a VTuber known as Black Hole. She is based off of the very first photo we've ever taken of a black hole, obviously. Um, and she is a very sweet individual. I have genuinely really enjoyed interacting with them. I've done a few collabs with them actually through Crossbite. I usually don't stream my side of those collabs because a lot of it is playing stuff like Duck Duck Goose, where frankly my commentary wouldn't be too interesting anyway, and things like that. But they are a lot of fun. They're a really good person. I want to say that the post game is harder than normal. That's very possible, honestly. It's been so long since I've played like a proper Kirby post game that I really have no sense for it anymore. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually harder. But yeah, today is just going to be basically chill, sketching, making some people's days with some art and lots of lo-fi. Though if you're watching this via the VOD, you probably can't hear the lo-fi because the uh the audio channel that I have the music going through should not be saved in VODs. Specifically so I don't get hit with copyright. Because fuck that noise. But yes, I hope you all have had wonderful days so far. Please definitely do tell me about your days, what all has been going on, anything interesting happen. Smart demon. Listen, I have my moments. I'm not always the smartest, but I try at least. Finished my math final like 40 minutes before everyone else today, so that was some nice free time. Oh, hell yeah. Good job. How do you think you did on the final? I hope you did well. To be honest, I have no idea what the rest of that acronym is. I replied, I think I subconsciously wanted to see Sir Potassium in your art style. I'm hoping to draw as many people as I can, so I should be able to get around to that eventually. Thought it was easy, so probably pretty good. Hell yeah. We love to see it. My Final Fantasy collab that we started up is actually on hiatus right now because Oliver, the one of the people who is a part of it with me, is having finals today as well. So I feel that. Ah, okay, that's why I didn't understand what the rest of that was. I'm good at math and ed, every other subject.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello, Laronis. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Thank you. I will hydrate. I am drinking green tea today. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good Friday. Good start to the weekend. Um, yeah, when I was still in school, math was actually the subject that I did the worst on. I was fantastic at the sciences, at literature, like English and everything. Um, but a lot of math concepts, especially like higher level maths, I was never particularly good at. So I'm always really impressed by people who can do like really well at it. I encounter very few people who like math. I mean, math is a good and interesting subject. It's just I'm not good at it, man. Anybody who's seen me like try to do like basic arithmetic in stuff like D&D knows this very well. I don't like the position of that hand. I was predicted F in every subject, but maths and science I got a B and C. Oh, nice. Well, I mean, I'm sorry to hear that if you did bad in like your other subjects, but good that you got higher than expected grades in math and science. That's always good. I'm exhausted and tired. My whole entire move plans got uplifted again. I have duty today. I'm trying to nap real quick before I drag myself into writing support documents for my employee review. Oh yeah, I saw you posting about that on the Discord. I'm sorry you've been jerked around so much with the moving stuff. That is absolute bullshit. I now know for certain when me and my family are leaving for a trip now. Nice. I really hope you enjoy your trip. You went on one around this same time last year, didn't you? Failed everything else, but it didn't matter as all I needed was to pass it in math and English, so I retook English and passed so I could do the course I did this year at college. Ah, I see. Well, as long as it worked out for the best in the end, I mean, I suppose that's really the important part. Do I need to commit knee removal? You might need to. For poor Loro. It was during summer break, and at that time, my grandfather wanted to see Old Faithful, and my mom decided we could make a trip out of it. And now, because this is a trip for immediate family, because we haven't had a proper vacation in a few years. I see. Gotcha, gotcha. Alright, that makes sense. I was just like, I vaguely remember, like, you talking about a trip right around the same time last year, so, being able to go on vacations like that is really cool. Listen, learn though, I might as well just do everything myself and destroy my own body for the machine. Jeebus. Yeah, no, don't do that. Like, do not destroy your own body for the machine, because fuck the machine. I understand, like, in this case, you really gotta do what you gotta do, because, like, you've been working on this move for a long ass time now, but just for the record, please do not destroy your body for the machine. Knife isn't a tier 1 emote on Twitch, so I'll just take notes. Yeah, sorry about that. At least I was able to make, the, the Angie emote, the Riot emote a follower one, though. Since mobile users can now finally use, follower emotes. Which was the only thing preventing me from doing follower emotes before is I didn't want like people who were on mobile to not be able to access the same stuff that desktop people could. Yep, I had to mention the riot emote. But yeah, no, it's a follower emote now. The knife I think will remain where it is though because I people got to earn their violence. Request to have a riot command. Perhaps. By the way, I did turn off the spamming for the chat commands, but I did introduce a secret command where y'all can still find a way to spam me, but it is very secret. It is super super secret. So be very interested to see if anybody manages to find it. Yep, so the only way to turn off the spamming is that basically you can only put the word in once and then it'll actually do the thing. I don't know why, like previously when I limited the spamming, it would allow you to input it multiple times but and it would just throw it the one time instead of throwing it multiple times. But apparently now it's just like nah, if you want to limit it, it literally has to be one for one, and I find that's kind of obnoxious, but it is what it is. Might not be found in a few years. I mean, the mods know it, so depending on if they feel generous or not, they may reveal it to you. But that all depends on them. He looks terrible. Nope, it isn't going to be an exclamation mark command. Like I said, when it comes to the chat commands, that's not what those are going to be. So they'll be words or they'll be either singular words or phrases. And currently, the two secret commands that y'all do not know are both phrases. By phrase, you mean multiple words long. Yes. Also, I suppose to give you guys a new hint for it, the newest super secret one is a reference to something. So it is a reference to something. Not to me specifically, but to something I very much enjoy. So I'm very curious as to if y'all will figure it out. I will tell you that if you keep sticking the words together like that with like no spaces, you may find one of them, but you won't find the other. One is two words stuck together, the other one is a full on phrase with spaces and everything. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna make anything about dragoons being floor tanks into it. If anything, I might make that into a command to for you guys to bonk yourselves for trying to bully me. You really want to know the secret passwords, just become a mod and learn them. That way it might genuinely be easier. Like I said, Yogi has actually shown you guys what one of them was. Just nobody got it. And I think that's hilarious. Won't make the same mistake as Para and make me a mod. Nah, I only have two mods currently, and at the moment, I do not feel the need to increase that amount. Especially because, for the most part, y'all are actually really chill. And, like, I very rarely have to get on to y'all about things. I say for the most part. Every once in a while, I've got to scold y'all, but it's usually not too bad. Chat too chill. We too chill, everyone riot. Oh no. Let's see. Welp. Damn, we don't even need all Nick in chat to cause a riot anymore. Thank you, I feel the love. The very, very aggressive love. Ah! Oh, I will hydrate. Thank you very much. Ah. I now have dragon thanks to a bunny. Nice. Oh, I actually forgot an outfit detail. Hold on. There we go. Now I've got it. Oof. Throwing plushies at me. I need to make more plushies for that. I want it to just be like just a random assortment of plushies that just gets thrown at me every time y'all use the comfy command. Eventually, if and when I have a completed like 3D model that I can use, I can even make it so that way I have 3D models of them that actually get stuck to me, which I think would be hilarious. Make Sir Potassium into one? What, into a plushie? I mean, if people want to be made into plushies, I might open up plushie commissions. Because I think the plushie designs that I've come up with so far are pretty nice. The Sakura Cthulhu one is still my favorite, though. Like, the Awoofies are cute, but the Sakura Cthulhu one literally came to me in a dream, and I had to make it a reality. And I'm very glad that I did. Oh, I could make a plushie from Crash. I did actually have plans on playing the remade trilogy. Because I have it. I actually do have it. I think I got it through Humble Monthly a while back. So I could do that. And then have a Crash plushie on my head while I play the remake. King Chicken plushie? I'm not sure I know King Chicken. Also, Paradigm, the yeet command is lowercase. Do you know who King Chicken is? I don't. Please, do enlighten me into King Chicken. Oi! I saw a bike! Somebody threw a bike at me! Here we go. Let's see. I mean, that would be hilarious, but no. CTR remake, they just added a new character that was just a chicken with a crown. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. Granted, I don't have the Crash Team Racing remake yet. I do plan on getting it, but I don't have it yet. Glad Yeet Meat is pretty hype still works. It does. Um yeah, so you can still include like multiple of them in one message. That's fine. I said my concern was mostly with the spam because it makes it harder for me to actually like keep up with messages during regular streams. Like this where I'm not really trying necessarily to respond to every message, I'm just still paying attention, isn't too bad. Um but when it comes to like, when I'm doing like gameplay where I'm still trying to like pay attention to everybody, the spam can make it really difficult for me to keep up. And I said I don't want anybody to feel like left out or like they're being ignored. Here we go. Here we go. We got Black Hole Chan here. I don't think she goes by Black Hole Chan anymore, but you know, I like it. It's a big problem with spam, and I'm sorry. It's okay. You stopped when I said to, which was the important part. And like I said, I just turned it off because I know other people like are gonna see it and are gonna want to spam it. And just this way, I can basically just be like, look, you know. So, funny story about that, Loro. I have never actually seen that movie. Not once. And you can judge me for it all you want. I have technically been in the room with the movie on, um, like once, but I've never actually watched it. Uh, let's see. You know what? I haven't done anything for Slothman Dan in a while, so I'll do him next. Oops. A fun movie I recommend. Fair enough. Ask Paradigm Shift what happens when you tell me you haven't seen a movie. I mean, if somebody wants to like make me sit down and watch it, that's fine. I just haven't, actually seen it. Let's see. We make a movie night in VRC. I mean, to be fair, we do movie nights on my Discord too. Granted, show has kind of taken those over a little bit since I've kind of been too swamped to be able to do them myself. But yeah. Let's see. I have no idea what pose to put these two in. Cause like that's already like a really good pose of the kind of posing I would do. Oh Jesus. We have started another riot. See, didn't he host the Sonic 2 movie recently? Yes, he did. And I hope those of you who got to watch it enjoyed it. I got to watch it in theaters because the theaters here are pretty much empty during weekdays. Um, so I actually got to go watch it safely by myself. I really enjoyed it. Like I really enjoyed it. It was a good movie. I guess do sloths? What kind of ears do sloths have? Do sloths have ears? I'm gonna have to go to fucking Google so I can see what the hell I'm doing. No, they do not have visible ears. Alright, fair enough. It's busy at the time and I plan to see it at some point. Do it. It's good. Let's see. The question I never thought I'd hear to be asked: what if sloths have ears? Listen, my man's here is a sloth. He's Slothman Dan. You hear that question, and your first thought would be, of course they have ears. And then you learn that they don't. They at least don't have visible ears. I have a feeling that they probably have, like, ear holes hidden, like, underneath the fur on the sides of their head. Man, drawing facial hair is so weird. I've never gotten particularly good at it, but I still try anyway. I started picturing Sid the Sloth with human ears, and it's so cursed, and now it's burned in my head. You should Photoshop that. You should Photoshop that into existence and curse everybody else with it. Lilith with a beard when? I don't think I don't think my masculine form would look that good with a beard, to be completely honest with you. Though I do 100% at some point intend to make and rig a model of my masculine form just because I can. Listen, you tell me this sort of cursed stuff, I'm going to encourage you to make it a reality. Hello, Olnick. Welcome in. How are you doing today? There have already been multiple riots in your absence. I expect that that number will be shortly increasing. Daddy Lilith. I mean, have you seen my masculine form? It's pretty fucking daddy. Kirby with human ears. But where would you stick them though? Like, one of the great things about Kirby is the fact that it's just a ball with its like hands and feet able to kind of just like move around willy-nilly. I'm not sure where you'd be able to actually like fit human ears on Kirby. Or maybe you could only do it from like specific angles. And the best part is, right is a follower emote, so join us, Alnick. Oh yeah, I've seen Kirby with human feet too. It's fucking creepy. Have you seen... Now, the question is, have you seen Sonic with human feet? Because Sonic with human feet is also not okay. Oh. That World of Light, I believe it is. Uh, yes, this is the Lifelight remix by Equalize, it looks like. I think I've seen TikToks about Sonic with human feet. Oh gods. I'm glad that's not on my For You page. I don't think I'd be able to handle that. I've basically drawn a dwarf, but as a sloth. I think that's what's happened here. Is he's basically just a dwarf, but a sloth. I think I also gave him longer hair than he actually has, but you know what? I'm keeping it. It's fine. I like the long hair, long flowing locks. And then I'll draw Emmapotamus coming up from somewhere off to the side. Move this over here. Nope. Move! There we go. For you page is VTubers, anime, and pool cleaning. Interesting. So Deep Rock Galactic OC. Yeah, you know what? I can kind of see that. I've never drawn a hippo before, so this is going to be interesting. But I am also a furry artist, so I should be able to do something. Sometimes furry art just hits different. It really do, though. Ah, that is not what I meant to do. She's gonna end up with such a My Valentine haircut. Jeez. So that's just how I draw wavy hair. So apparently I come from the Yu-Gi-Oh school of drawing hair. Listen, I was a massive, like, original Yu-Gi-Oh fan. It it was a problem. Um and it definitely ended up shaping a lot of my tastes later in life. If you know, you know. um but also like fashion wise too, like I can definitely pinpoint the fact that like I got into goth styles at a very young age on Yugi Moto. 100%. Yugi is the ideal man, let's face it. I mean, specifically, like, if we're talking about ideal man, I agree with you, but, like, specifically Atem, specifically the Pharaoh. I had the biggest fucking crush on the Pharaoh growing up. Like, before we knew, like, properly what his name was or anything, and let me tell you, I was super fucking excited when we found that out. Um, like, back when we used to just call him Yami Yugi. Yeah, I had a huge fucking crush. Pharaoh Yugi, Atom, is the is the ideal man. If you can't listen, if you can't trap my enemies in a hell that is, you know, an ironic twist of the cheating and shit that they have done to piss me off, then don't talk to me. I also remember like one of the standout moments for me in like because I grew up watching the 4 Kids dub of the anime, obviously, right? And definitely like one of the standout moments for me with it was when Kaiba was on uh like Yugi and Kaiba were dueling after Yugi had made it to the castle of Duelist Kingdom, and Kaiba was just like, nah fam, I'm gonna step up here on the fucking wall of the castle, and if you wanna win, you're just going to have to kill me and deal with that. And the fact that Yami Yugi was just like, fucking bet, let's go. And regular Yugi was just like, no, no, I'm not okay with that. God, I fucking love that. I have a whole video about Yugi, Joey, and Kaiba cheating. I mean, Joey doesn't really cheat, but Kaiba and Yugi definitely do. Although for Yugi, I know for a fact it's not intentional. He ends up cheating because oh hey, Phoenix Wright, nice. Um he ends up cheating because of the power of the Millennium Puzzle, right? Because he's not aware that the actual power of the Millennium Puzzle is not just the fact that it holds Aten's soul, it's the fact that it manipulates fate. Kaiba cheated the least, I want to say? No, not at all. Joey definitely cheated the least. Like, unless there's stuff that, like, I am genuinely not remembering, Joey never actually cheats. They were going based on the rules stated in the show. Yeah, like I said, as far as I know, Joey never actually cheats. But Kaiba I know does, and like I said, Yugi does, but his is completely unintentional because of the power of the Millennium Puzzle. Like he doesn't really have control over that one, and I don't think he ever actually found that one out. The four kids censored at the gun so you see finger guns. Right? When the fucking goons go to deal with Kaiba and they're just pointing menacingly. He just fucking yeets himself out the window. God damn, that man was dramatic. There we go. I like that. That's cute. Yeah. Hello, Mitsuo. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Surprised Joey actually won some of the duels with the deck he has. You and me both, buddy. Like, honestly, you and me both. But, they can't have you know, the secondary protagonist lose too often. Though also, like, let's be real, a lot if the cards worked the way that they do, in the show as they did in real life, like once they actually introduced them into the games, like a lot of those duels would have gone very differently, especially some of the ones in Battle City. Because I do distinctly remember like a lot of cards introduced in Battle City end up working like completely differently in the actual card game than they did in the show. Some of Merrick's cards in particular, if I remember right. Good. This week was depression week, but I'm feeling better today. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. And trust me, I know how depression week shit can go. But the fact that you pull through is definitely what's important in the end. I hope you enjoy the vibes. It is a mix between chill and chaos today. Um because we started off with Scuff and now we're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And the fictional characters cheating at the fictional card game whose rules were literally being written as the show was airing. Can I also just say, like, I love how, it went from, like, oh, card games like this ancient card game like secretly deciding, the fate of the world and a lot of shit because, it's based off of this like, in universe like ancient Egyptian thing where people actually summoned monsters and there's like all these magic items surrounding it and everything to like suddenly the entire world just runs off of children's card games and GX. Um which is honestly the funniest fucking thing to me is that Kaiba was so enamored with the children's card game that he literally just creates a fucking school for it. And just the entire world is just accepts that yes, this is how the world runs now is children's card games. And just nobody questions that. And you know what? I love that for them. I love that for them. And also, if I remember right, there was an analysis based off of the the little houses that Kaiba creates based off of the Egyptian gods, and the fact that he based that if they were like actually supposed to be ranked like via the power levels displayed by the monsters, the god cards, that the actual ranking of them was completely wrong. Like his favorite, the
Hey
oh
hey soul chat here to remind you all to start riots and stay hydrated and fuel.
yes, thank you, chat. Remember to stay hydrated and to duel on. Lubricate those internal organs. But yeah, no, like his house should actually be like the weakest. And then I think it was supposed to be like yellow should be at the top and red should be in the middle. And I'm saying the colors because I'll be completely honest, I don't completely remember the god card names. I remember Cypher the Sky Dragon, and that's it. I don't remember any of the others. Oh, hey, welcome in, Panzer. How you doing today? TTS mods are great. Oh, I love the text-to-speech. Like, I love watching what y'all manage to do with it. It's the best. It's probably my personal favorite redeem. GX was the second one, and they're Slifer, Raw Yellow, and Obelisk Blue. Yes, that's right. And yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, GX was the second series, and just like the Obelisk Blue house should be like ranked last, based off of the powers of the god cards. And then Raw Yellow should have been the top, and Slifer Red should have been like the mid house. But because Kaiba's a biased bitch. Doing good? Feeling motivated? Hell yes, we love to see it. Just do it when you get rated and Soul Chat say something demonic to them. I mean, you know what? Do it. It's great. Just make sure you wait 30 seconds after the raid to make sure that anybody who comes in, gets past whatever ad Twitch puts on the stream in order to hear it. Kaiba said fuck you, Yugi, one last time. He really did, though. I said Kaiba's a biased bitch. That's all it really comes down to. Still find it fascinating that there's an entire season of GX which never made it to the OS because it went so dark and 4Kids wanted no part of it. I mean, to be fair, like, GX also got very dark at the end. Like, didn't Jaden just, like, what's his name, Jaden? I'm so bad with like, it's been so many years since I watched this shit, but, like, I do distinctly remember, like, Jaden just straight up, like, killed somebody. and that got dumped. And like the whole like being connected to like this one like super dark fucking card that was just like, yes, kill everybody. And he becomes like this dark king bullshit, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm here for it, but what the fuck? That name sounds right. Yeah, Lisa, I genuinely don't remember. I've actually watched the original Yu-Gi-Oh more recently than I have GX, because I still occasionally go back and watch the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, because I do still very much love it. Not to say that GX was bad or anything, but I also have a little bit of a distaste for some of the stuff in GX, because it also introduced a lot of stuff that I didn't appreciate in the card game. Um, Ubel, yes, the one that was literally like split, like right down the middle, right? With the design, if I remember right. Fuck, I had a Ubel card too. I was fucking I was subscribed to Shonen Jump when that sort of stuff was coming around. And there was a promotional Ubel card that was included in one volume. I probably still have it somewhere actually, if I can find it. Holy crap. That just unlocked a fucking core memory of like sitting and like watching that shit on Saturdays. Holy shit. And I also remember like the first time coming across a lot of that, like I hadn't been keeping up with GX for a long time. Um so like I genuinely had no idea what was going on. Like I literally just remembered the regular school stuff, which to be fair, the regular school stuff got dark. Um not to say that it didn't, but like it never got quite that dark. And then you jump into like the Ubel stuff, and I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck is going on? It's a fucking trip, man. Me and my friends are rewatching GX. Nice. Yeah, so you would definitely remember it a lot more than I do. 5Ds. Oh god, no. Okay, 5Ds is where I drew the line. 5Ds is where I was just like, no, that's you know what? I can accept. Listen, I drew the line at card games on motorcycles, all right? I went through, card ancient, Egyptian card games, you know, deciding the fate of the world. Sure, cool, I can deal with that. Said card game has evolved and now runs the entire world. Sure, you know what? Fine, fuck it, let's go for it. I drew a line at card games on motorcycles. I heard the stories for it is actually really good, but that is in fact where I drew the line. Yes. Uh GX is just a class system hidden behind a children's card game. It really is. Like I understand if people like it. Like I said, I remember hearing from people who were fans of it that the story for it actually was really good. And you know what? If that's the case, cool. Like I'm glad y'all found something to enjoy in it. I can't get over card games on motorcycles. Sorry, not sorry. see, the one with like the skateboards that perform like fusions doing the ollies and kickflips. Is that Zexal? Is that what Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal is about? Because I've seen the art for like the main characters and shit on the new packs, which I don't get, by the way. I haven't actually like played Yu-Gi-Oh! Properly since like 5Ds came out. I'm one of those people that actually likes a lot of the mechanics and style of the older game and not kind of what it turned into. Yes, I'm aware that makes me a card game boomer. Fucking fight me. um, but yeah, I also just kind of stopped paying attention to what was going on with it once we hit card games on motorcycles. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens. Oh god, is there another one? How many are there now? Zexal is like Fusion, but depending on how many cards are fused in the Fusion, you activate special ability. See, and this is why I stopped playing. This is why I stopped playing. I don't know, I'm making up Yu-Gi-Oh! Plots now. You know, I would have full-on believed you if you hadn't said that. Hell, I don't even think most people who actually play even keep up with the show. Like, I think most people just play the card game and like that's it. V-Rains? What? No Rush? V-Rains, Arc V, and they... Why? I literally got so mad over new mechanics in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because people kept telling me to play it. Mm. Like I said, you know what? Okay, this is probably going to date me a little bit. I have been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Since it was first available in the States. I have been playing it that long. I just realized that that should not have folds there. Because that is actually a chain shirt underneath the tunic. Um, but, so I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Since, like, it came out in the States. I loved how the game worked in like the older versions, especially because you could do multiple really creative things and a lot of shit was viable. But now it seems like they just keep introducing like new fucky mechanics for just to keep like one upping themselves, forcing people to basically play like, you know, oh well, you've got to get like whatever is in this newest set to keep up. It's just like, it feels way too much like just a money ploy for me, and I really don't want anything to do with it. And like I said, I don't appreciate how like it's played lately. And by lately, I mean like over the past several years. I was sitting in games for like 7 to 8 minutes watching people summon 4,000 attack damage monsters turn one. Yeah, and that's another reason why I don't like it. Um, that's also like, I'll be honest as well, like that's kind of the reason why like I ended up giving up on Yu-Gi-Oh and went back to Magic after a certain point, because like Magic's got some really fucky stupid shit in it, but usually you can avoid a lot of the fucky stupid shit by just playing certain formats, whereas as far as I know you can't avoid that in Yu-Gi-Oh, and it makes me upset. And it makes me upset in that like a lot of the stuff that I used to play is now just flat out banned too. Um like didn't they ban like ritual monsters a while back? I'm still not over that. I'm still really upset about that because one of my favorite things to do before they banned them was I used to play a relinquished deck that was literally just about, you know, using magicians and then get relinquished out to eat the big monster that somebody decided to summon on me. And like that is how I would do that, and I would troll people with it. And then they decided to fucking ban ritual monsters at some point, at which point I went, all right, I'm fucking out of here. I'm done. When when Yu-Gi used to be fun, I know. Uh, C'est la vie. Like, and it also makes me a little bit sad too because I see so many VTubers like getting into playing Yu-Gi-Oh now, and it's just like, man, if I could play like the older bits of Yu-Gi-Oh, like the bits that I actually enjoyed, I would probably do that too. Because I fucking loved playing it. But chances of that happening are, you know, slim to none. Unless, you know, like it was done as a like a collab specific thing, like, you know, make decks out of cards only from these eras or whatnot. I played it then as well when it was simple and viable, and now it's just if your deck doesn't win turn one or turn two, it's not viable to play your deck. Yeah, pretty much. And it's boring as fuck now because of it, frankly. It it turns into the same problem that Magic the Gathering had for a while, where basically whoever had the largest money deck uh basically just won. That's basically what it's turned into. And again, Magic can be that way. Don't get me wrong, Magic can be really fucking bad about it too. But you can avoid it by playing certain formats. Like, if you play Draft, it don't fucking matter what somebody's money deck is. You're all playing with random cards. I don't have any cards, but when I tried to play it with a friend, I was so overwhelmed. Actually, want to get into Magic the Gathering because a friend gifted me a whole deck. Oh hell yeah! I'm actually totally down to play Magic digitally with people, frankly. Especially once like the 40k decks come out. So let me tell you, I am so fucking excited to be able to play a Necron deck. Like, y'all have no idea. It's okay. Conspiracy theory now. Dungeons and Dragons has the Ravnica universe, which is based in the Magic the Gathering universe, yep. Which now has Warhammer 40k decks coming out, which that connects the Dice Masters game, which had a Dungeons and Dragons set, so it comes full circle. True. It is kind of all just like one giant referential circle jerk, isn't it? Blood for the Blood God card was revealed. I don't care. I'm playing that card. I mean, yeah, there is a chaos set, so again, that doesn't really surprise me. I also like the fact that they're all commander decks. And Necron are the only monocolor commander deck, which that just makes me happy. in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, they are doing some events where this event currently you have to fusion summon. See, I think like them introducing like basically cheaper and cheaper ways to fusion summon was also kind of like what cheapened a lot of the game for a lot of people too. Um because like let's be real, a lot of the early stuff that they added in where that turned off a lot of players who liked the way that the game originally played were basically just cheap fusions. They were different ways to get fusions out and cheaper. And I think like with them focusing more and more on that instead of actually making in, and basically forcing people to like play these sets instead of like actually focusing more on like other more interesting mechanics and just basically that's kind of what led as well to a lot of the power creep that the game has unfortunately been rightfully called out for, because goddamn the power creep in that game is fucking horrendous too. That should not have folds either. That is an arm. Friends tried to get me in a Magic a while back. They got me a Return to Ravenica trial deck, but all my friends have been playing for years and had bullshit decks that made it very one-sided. Oh, yeah, that'll happen too. I hate it when people do that as well, because it's just like, that's not going to get people to, to keep playing. Like, that's just going to turn people off the game. That's also why when I was actively playing, like, I had multiple decks that I would play against people with. I had decks that were nicer to people who were newer, and then I had, decks that were better for, like, a little bit more advanced players, and then I had my favorite, which was the Fuck You deck. Which anybody who plays Magic will probably hate me for this, but the Fuck You deck was a mono blue. And it was purely around just canceling everything that you did. Just, oh, did you want to play a card? Did I say you could play a card? No, then go fuck yourself. And I only played this deck when somebody was either being really shitty and pissed me off, or when people specifically requested to play against it. Especially because another nasty thing about it is that the only way it did damage was through infect and propagate or proliferate. So, like the main damage dealer for that deck, and this was Legacy. This was a Legacy deck. The main damage dealer was Blighted Agent, which for those of you who don't know, deals infect tokens, and it's unblockable. So unless you're prepared for it, he's nasty. And then the other like proper attacker card that I had in that deck was Thrumming Bird, which is flying, and then if you did damage of any kind, I believe, you would then proliferate. So basically, with a Blighted Agent or two on the field and a Thrumming Bird or two on the field, you were dead very quickly. And on top of that, I would very frequently just cancel everything that you tried to do. Because fuck you. Sliver decks? Oh, I fucking hate slivers. People who played sliver decks were the type of people that I played the fuck you deck against. And you know what? It was fucking effective against them. Because guess what? You can't fuck me over if you can't summon anything or play any spells, motherfucker. It was also really, really good against Swarm decks. I had a friend of mine who basically like exclusively played Swarms. And you know what did not work on the fuck you deck? Swarms. But yeah, no, I only played, like I said, I only played that deck against people who um deserved it or who pissed me off. I would not bring that against somebody like unsuspecting unless they had done something to actually like deserve that. AKA, you know, being an ass to a new player at a table or um you know, just in general being like a poor sport. Like that's when I would bring that out. Other than that, like once a few people actually saw the deck and saw what it did, I did actually have a few people like specifically request to play against it, which was kind of hilarious. I don't think a single one of them actually won a match against it either, which was even funnier. Not to say that it was unbeatable or anything. Like, if I was really unlucky, I would end up mana flooded with that deck pretty frequently. Um, which, you know, is all well and good. Like, it's nice having, you know, low cost cancels and shit. But it's not so good when all you keep drawing is mana and you're not drawing the other shit that you need, like fuel for the cause. Why am I drawing lands? I don't need lands anymore. Yeah, pretty much. There we go. Somehow coloring in the hair and beard has made him look even more like a dwarf. I don't know how that works, but okay. I want to say you are either winning by a lot or losing by a lot in Magic. Not necessarily true. I have definitely played a lot of matches where we genuinely did not know who the winner was going to be until, well, someone won. Um, Especially because there's a lot of decks that, you know, may take a little bit of time to really get going. Um, like one of my favorite decks that I ran was a golem that dealt with splicers and had a lot of mana ramp in it. Um, so because that deck took a little bit to get going, you didn't always know like who was going to win because it really depended on like what happened. Like, are you able to kill me before I get a whole bunch of shit out? If so, then yeah, I'll probably lose. But are you going to draw the cards you need to kill me? Are you familiar with Force of Will, the game, not the magic card? The name sounds familiar, but that's about it. Oh yeah, another game that I really got into right around the time that I was really getting out of Yu-Gi-Oh was Vtubers. Um Waifus the card game. It was a lot of fun actually, and I'm still really upset that it didn't take off more. And I'm also kind of glad that Yogi is asleep and did not hear me like absolutely butcher German words, but you know. I heard waifus, I'm interested. Yeah, Vashmarts is actually a lot of fun. I don't know if the game still exists anymore, sadly, because it's been a number of years since I actually looked into it. Um, but I had a lot of fun with it. Basically, Yogi comes here saying you butchered the words. Listen, I know for a fact he's asleep, so I'm safe. Um, but yeah, no, it was a card game where you basically had different sets that were based off of different anime and video game properties. Like you'd have sets for like Madoka Magica, Kill la Kill, Persona. Um, and they were a lot of fun, like genuinely. You had random chances of getting like cards that were signed by the voice actors. Um, and you know that may be seen a little bit as a cash grab, which is, you know, that's valid. Because it really did encourage you to buy more sets, and I'm not gonna deny that fact. But it was still it was genuinely a really fun game. It still does, and they're coming out with new stuff for Weisschwarz, the game store down the street from my new place runs a night for it. Oh, that's awesome. Hey yo, they have a Hololive set? Oh hell yeah. Now the question is it all of Hololive or is it only Japan Hololive? Cuz frankly, I don't know about you, but I actually would I would actually really enjoy like some English Hololive uh stuff um like Calliope Mori and everything. Hell yeah. There we go. I can move them up here. I actually really like the way Emmapotamus turned out. Like it's a little bit bulky, but I think it's cute. I believe Japan Hololive, I think, before EN and ID. I see, I see. Fate Grand Order is getting a new Weiss Schwarz release with the Camelot anime. Nice. Let's see here. All right. I am going to BRB real quick because I really have to use the bathroom. And then I will be back to draw some more folks. Give me just a moment.
My brothers, we shall riot like no tomorrow.
I see I've returned to a riot. Hello, hello. Well then. Anyway, I still got a fair few people to draw here. It's just a peaceful gathering. you, you throw things at me to tell me to shut up? Damn. Let's see how it is. All right. Fuck. Let's see. I think next on the docket, you know, since apparently I'm not allowed to recognize when people are you know, rioting in my chat, um there's a Benui boy that commented on it as well. So let us draw Benui boy. Ah. I actually really like this person's design. I think it's supposed to be like the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, just from like taking a quick look through his Twitter profile. I see nothing. Apparently, shit. Like if I see something, I get hit. A boost. Streamer a
Oh
boost.
shit, the cops, everyone scatter.
Yeah. I think I want to say there's a way for I want to say there's a way for y'all to do a siren noise with the or at least approximate a siren noise with the text to speech. I know I've seen it on other people's streams. Well, time to do some research because I've seen some did it with like a phone ringing. Yeah, like the phone vibrating noise. I have no idea how people do that, but it's really cool. Also, did I choose to do the Benui because I am a sucker for dark skinned characters with white hair? Yes. Yes, I did. Because I am. The whisper and slow down speech one to do. I had to watch some VODs to do it like that. Is it possible to change the smack noise to a squeak for the plushies? It should be. I haven't looked into changing the noises in tits, but it should 100% be changeable. If I can find a good squeak noise that I'm allowed to use, aka, I won't get in trouble for using it in streams, I can definitely change it out. Oh, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Because no Woofy should not be able to make such a vicious noise. No, I feel that. Yeah, no, like I said, if I can find a squeak noise that I'm allowed to use, I can definitely change it out. So far for the Hololive Schwartz, it's been JP. Okay. I mean, it makes sense, but still. I'm gonna head out now. Alright. Have a good rest of your evening, CTR. Thank you so much for stopping in. It's lovely chatting with you, as always. I feel the love. Damn. Fucking jump scare me. Scared you with love. Yeah, really did. Fuck. Always gotta be on my toes with y'all. Hype over scaring me. Rude. I see how it is. Hype for the love? Damn. There we go. I feel like the longer this goes on, like the more messy my little line art bets get. Oh well, they're supposed to be sketches, so it should be fine. Here we go. Binui. Binui with very fluffy hair. Not what I meant to do. There we go. Can't tell what he actually has, like, going on around his neck, but, like, in his reference, it's super dark. I'm guessing he's probably got, like, multiple layers on, and that's just one of them. I hate writing about myself for reviews, especially when I feel like I'm sort of lying, saying things. Manage stress. I feel that. Especially with like self reviews, you never know like how honest you should or need to be. And it's so much worse if you're any kind of neurodivergent too, because it's just like, do I be honest, or is there like some sort of agreement that neurotypical people have that they lie through their teeth on these things and I'm just not aware of it? Like, it's a genuine question sometimes. Here we go. Binui. The Benui's actually the easiest I've done so far. These reviews actually get applied towards like advancement, so like I realize the shit I need to improve on, but if they get marked low, they are held against me for years. Ooh. I wish I could draw as well as you. I mean, it's years of practice. I have been drawing for well over a decade. But if you want to get like this, you absolutely can. You just gotta be willing to spend the time to do it. Like, if I want to become a non-commissioned officer, they look back on like 3 to 4 years of these reviews. Yeah, that sounds about right. It really sucks, but it sounds about right. Sacrifice soul to the art god. I mean, if you can find a good demon for it, you could probably do it that way too. All right. Next. Now the question is, do I draw Loro as a fucking gremlin or not? We're just gonna cheapify the Loro. That's what's gonna happen here. Gremlin me will become an emote. All right, fair enough. This will be the second time that I have drawn somebody with a knife and had it become an emote. This is going to become my legacy. Starts putting everyone as a gremlin with a knife so we can do the stabby stab. Eventually, I'm just going to make like one of those like anonymous style avatars with a knife for chat, and that's just going to be how it is. I don't like that mouth. I'll figure out the mouth. It's going to be some sort of evil grin though. The problem is that like my favorite way to draw grins like this is so lopsided, so they end up looking really funky if I don't do them right. My phone charging can't keep up with the streaming and video display. Oh no. Well, don't worry. I'll also be posting these on Twitter later for everyone. The pink Cthulhu plush I want now. I want this to become a real thing, like legit. I love my Sakura Cthulhu. I have no idea how to go about getting a plush made. Oh, by the way, I do actually have a keychain design in the works that I'm waiting on the proofs to come back for. Um, so once I have them and like they look okay, I will actually be selling some cute little Tamagotchi keychains because, you know, as we all know, as a streamer, I am a glorified Tamagotchi. Let's see. If it wasn't poor as fuck, I feel that. But when assuming that the keychains look all right, they will be sold for basically $10 a pop plus shipping. Um, for the moment, I will only be shipping inside of the US because, frankly, international shipping costs are still fucking stupid. Um, and once I find a way of just like not breaking the bank to ship internationally, I'll be able to ship them to more places than just the US, but at least for this first run, that's what it's going to end up being. Not shipping to me on Uranus. Well, as far as I know, there's no postal company that ships to Uranus. So, nope. Uranus will just have to wait. I wanted to send Newfoundland chocolates to my friend, and shipping them to them is like 40 bucks Canadian, so I get that exactly. Like, once I find a way of being able to ship internationally and like not have it cost stupid amounts, then I'll accept orders to like send to people outside of the US. But like I don't want to force somebody to pay that much for a fucking keychain. Like holy shit. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Mitsu. I swear, every time it gets quiet, y'all fucking jump scare me with smacking me and redeems. Expect the bottle to smack you. Yep. To be fair, I made it so that way the water bottle smacks me because those are the redeems I'm most likely to miss besides Ada ones. So I made it so that way they smack me so I actually hear them. God damn, I made Laurel look crazy. Though I imagine this is probably pretty accurate after all the shit you've been, having to deal with the past little while with your move. Yeah, I think this goes a little bit beyond Gremlin and more into like full on psychosis mode. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. this is this is fine. Oh, I'm not changing it. At this point, this is what you're stuck with. Hey Alcatraz, welcome in. How you doing? Roses are red, violets are blue. I lost everything I had Detroit between 2001 to 2002. Hello, Locke. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Just got very surprised. Oh, how's that? Also, thank you very much for the stretch. Ooh, my back just popped. I needed that. Call the paramedic. I'm not sure I want a Ripper Doc working on me, though. That doesn't seem very conducive to my overall health. So largely just screaming. Understood. I feel that. That's been me for this past week. Just, let's see, I just had a wild coyote walk past me, probably less than 20 feet from me. Just stopped and looked at me and then continued walking like he didn't care. That sounds about right. Like, if it's just a singular coyote, they usually won't fuck with you. Like, they're opportunist hunters, so they'll only really fuck with you if, like, they're in a pack and think that they can take you. If it's just one on their own, they're usually fine. Now, of course, obviously, that is not like an indication that you should fuck with them, but just that, they're not likely to fuck with you if there's only one. Unless they're rabid. Then all bets are off. Currently destroying my internal organs with breakfast from Taco Bell? That's valid. I need to eat dinner at some point here soon. I haven't eaten dinner yet today. But I have eaten today, before anybody gets on my case. I have eaten. I just haven't had dinner yet. Here we go. We now have a crazy Loro. I will pay you to color that for me. Alright. If you want to, I am absolutely down for it. But I will not do it on this stream, because I'm basically gonna shade this and then I'm probably done for the night. I've been going for almost 3 hours. Well, actually, you know what? I can probably afford to do one more person before I call it for the night, I think. I might do Para or something before I call it. Oh no. Oh, this theme makes me sad. Oh, it's It's the grandmother's theme from the Wind Waker. Completely understandable. I just love to see a colored version. Hit up my DMs for the amount or something after. Yeah, yeah. I will, assuming I remember after stream, I will poke you. Ah! Thank you for the hydrate. We need to get you a snack redeem. Perhaps. Honestly, like with how frequently I forget to eat, I was thinking about setting up something like Treat Stream. Then y'all can just send food to me and force me to eat. But no, like I said, I did actually remember to eat today. I ate twice even. Was it particularly good food? Not really. But I ate, which is the important part. I thought this was a Minish Cap remix for a moment, but it is not. Let's see. Hopefully with a finger and not a knife. Don't poke me with a knife. I do that. Oh no. There we go. Oh, that's legit kind of scary looking. Look at that. Yeah. You would color in the knife, but I think it looks fine like this. Things I love, and it's an actual love, is when a person's art style brings out the more masculine or feminine features of my persona. Yeah, mine will definitely bring out the more feminine features, because I tend to draw women and feminine looking people a lot more than guys. Yeah, as you can see, I can draw guys, but most of the time they are going to end up looking a lot more feminine than they would if like somebody else drew them. So I don't tend to do masculine very often in general. Let's see. And then we'll do Mr. Sharp Teeth himself. So that way we can do two crazy people. Oh, thank you very much for the posture check. I am sitting up straight. Let's see. Going to grab the Cheaty book? What do you mean Cheaty book? I just had the worst thought. Just drawing Lilith just using Paradigm as a chair. I'm very tempted to do it actually. I'm not going to. I might do that later. I missed it. What is Lilith going to bully my dear Para with? I was tempted to draw Lilith using Para as a chair. But since Paradigm's not around at the moment, I'm not really comfortable with doing that. Because if I'm going to do that, I want them in the stream so that way I can bully them. But they are not, so PD book to come up with how to describe. Oh, I see, I see. Fair enough. What's funny is too is that I can almost draw this model without reference simply because I actually rigged this model, so I spent fucking hours standing staring at it. You want to eat? You're gonna eat Paradigm? I mean, to be fair, he might be into that, so who knows? Can I say something slightly cursed? Of course. As long as it's not against TOS, I don't mind. You can't be a snack and have an STD because then you cause food poisoning. I mean, technically, you can still be a snack and have an STI. You just cause food poisoning. That doesn't like. I really wanted to do like the smug, like anime push up the glasses with like one finger. But this pose is just rapidly falling apart. I think it has to do with this. Like, that's just not angled well. There we go. That's a little bit better, I think. Oh, that's some fucking bass. Damn. Doctors make the worst patients, and that's why I play trauma surgeon. I mean, true. It's very true. Doctors make the worst patients. So do nurses, for that matter. In fact, I would argue, based off of my aunt, that nurses are even worse. Thought suggestion: out parrot in a V-cut dress in this shit in this sketch. What? Oh, put parrot in a V-cut dress. Nah, I'm doing in the regular outfit. Because I do actually like the lab coat design and everything. A bitch and a half to rig, but I enjoyed it. Between the moving myself and the sudden reduction in closing costs for my place, the selling of my house soonish, I might be able to clear out a few credit card bills completely. Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome to hear. Lise! Hello, hello! Hello, Raiders! Lisana Raid! Hello, hello! Welcome in! Oh, you were playing World of Goo! Very nice! How did it go? How are you enjoying it? Did you have a fun time? I hope everything went well. You gotta stream for another hour, Lilith. Twitch TOS rules. Uh-huh. Well, I mean, I'm at least gonna stream until I finish this. Finished it up was nice. Nice. Sort of chill day. That's valid. That's basically what I'm doing too. Nice chill art stream. This is what we've managed to get done so far. Not too bad, I think. Got to draw some interesting people. But for those of you who came along with the raid and do not know who I am a Lilith Nox, your supportive demon waifu. I am a variety streamer. I do a little bit of everything from playing games like Kirby, Minecraft. I do actually play Destiny, even if I don't stream it. And as you can see, I also do the occasional art stream. Today was a little bit of a chill day. Since the collab that I have with Lisana actually is on a short hiatus. So, you know, we just over here doing the art. Saw the PNG drop of this morning, was excited to see what came of it. Was on my phone, so forgot to participate. That's valid. I tend to keep all of my various PNG stuff on my phone, specifically so that way if I come across something via mobile, I can go ahead and reply to it without trying to remember to do it on the computer. I'm Lauronis, the local chef and psychopath. Yes, we have drawn Lauronis. They are, in fact, the second most crazy looking person on this I would argue that Paradigm here is probably the most crazy looking. Because Loro just kind of looks deranged. Para looks like they're going to, like, just fucking experiment on you. Which honestly tracks, given that they're a Ripper Doc. Now, do I go to bed or stay up and finish all the paperwork I didn't manage to get done? Well, I mean, the question is, if you go to bed now, will you have enough time to do all the paperwork? Because that's an important factor to consider. Because if you know that you won't have all the time to finish, if you won't have the time to finish all the paperwork, then might be good to stay up for a little bit. Even if it's not what's best for your health. I hate that face shape. Let's do it like this. There we go. I like that a little bit better. I'll keep at it for another hour to see if I can catch up. Fair enough. Honestly, that's probably a good way of going about it. It's just like give yourself some time to see if you can get through it. My music ended. I was not expecting that. Here we go. New mix. Even though that's going to mean absolutely nothing to anybody who's watching the VOD, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, actually, I need to draw that because lab coat covers it. Here we go. I just realized I didn't actually ink in their ear, but that's fine. You can't really see it anyway at this angle. Actually, I should probably color that in. So that needs to be dark, actually. Okay. Same with the tie, because the tie and the belts are actually the same color. I love Wind Waker's music so much. Like, even just the bass music is fantastic, but then you get, like, remixes like this, and it's just like, ah, yes. This is fantastic. This is what I am here for. Emotional damage. I mean, this song isn't really emotional damage. There was one earlier that was, which was the grandmother's theme. But this is the Great Sea, so this one isn't emotional damage. There we go. Is a paradigm. Is a spooky paradigm. Keep listening to Glassy Sky and giving myself emotional damage. Oh, I see, I see. Of course, the program I need to use to do my paperwork is down, so basically it's saying go to bed. Yeah, that sounds like it's telling you to go to bed. There we go. It's paradigm. Actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and like resize these a little bit so that way everybody gets to be a little bit bigger. Take up more of the canvas. You know what? Hers will be easier if I actually just move where her name is. So I put this over here. And I can make her bigger in general. It's perfect. There we go. So there's the results of everybody that I have drawn today. Not bad, honestly. So I will be posting this on Twitter as well as in my Discord a little bit later. But I hope you all enjoyed hanging out with me today. A little bit on the low-key side, you know, minus having some very loud opinions over Yu-Gi-Oh! But no, for real, thank you all very much for joining me and hanging out today. I do like doing these. I don't get the time to do them very often, but I do very much enjoy it. But let's see. I do very much need to go get dinner. I've been going for about 3.5 hours, so I need food. So I think I am going to send you over to Millimoth because it also looks like she's on an all say so challenge today. So I'm gonna send y'all over there. So that way you can cause some chaos. Um, since my my right emote, you can't use follower only emotes in other people's chats, can you? I was gonna say is that it'd be hilarious to spam her with that, but fortunately I don't think you can. Well, either way, go give her some love. Millie is amazing. Like genuinely, she's really amazing. She's one of my favorite people. Um, but anyway, again, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day and your weekend. I will be back again, maybe Sunday, more likely Wednesday. But for now, make sure you eat something, drink something, take your meds if you need them. Laronis, go the fuck to sleep at some point, and I will see you all again next time. Bye bye.